That was too easy. Alright. Now what? Why is this place so empty? Another one. Ooh. This was kind of a waste of a duplicator. Ooh, I like that revived fruit though, and that secret sign. This costs 12? Maybe I'll wait to see what it is, and then maybe I'll use the sign on it, if I like it. Don't tell me where to go next, but we did the Tri-Tower, and we did the golem thing, and then I took the golem over to Jane's town and talked to Jane. Secret book. Don't tell me that, like... Oh, that's an equipment. Wait, that could be huge. Ooh! How much better is it than this? Ooh, it's so good! I still want to see what these rings do, but... Huge upgrade for Cecilia, who kind of needs it because her magic has kind of fallen off. So what, is there nothing down here? I thought I finally found where to go. It seems like it's just chests. And that. I guess I gotta figure out how to open that. Wait, what's up here? Nothing. And then this was also a dead end. Well. At least we found something. And this was also a dead end. I have a feeling I'm not supposed to go to that continent yet. And now I'm out of duplicators, so even if I do find that magic door that I missed before, I'm not going to be able to open it. So I guess we're back to just going to every town ever. I remember finding a magic door somewhere, but I can't remember where it was. But I'm sure it was probably optional anyways. Can't imagine there'd be any reason to go back to the Abbey. Are you serious? Did you really come back for the hamburgers? Yes. I'm only here for the hamburgers. Everyone's just surprised to see me here, like, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be doing something else. Okay, this is just the game yelling at me like, why are you here? What are you doing? I could grab a new spell while I'm here, but I'll do it later. What about, like, top left? I know there's the Jack's starting dungeon up here. How's it going, Grail? The problem is, we really don't have anything new. We don't have, like, any new tools or anything to use. So going back to these old areas doesn't really feel like it's accomplishing anything. I don't think we need to go through the mountain pass. I think we can just take the boat. Let's go new TB. Happy Friday. Well, bonk into a mountain, get into a fight. At least it's letting me run from these weaker enemies. Berry Cave. Wasn't this... Is this the Monkey Cave? Oh no, this is... Yeah, this is... I wonder if there's anything here. I doubt it. We have not been back to Rudy's starting town. And there was a cutscene with Rudy recently. We want to be left alone. Take your chaos elsewhere. I can talk to all these chickens. It's strange talking to humans. Okay. Talk to the horses. Humans and horses talking sounds like a 50s sitcom. What? It's a brilliant idea to use magic to talk to us. Hey, I'm talking. We must be meant for each other. Yeah, let's calm down on that. Have a chicken. Get back here. It would be great if I could talk to all humans. Man, I'm so glad she got this tool. It's so useful. Because of me, your friend has suffered. How can I repay him? By telling me where to go. Sorry about your friend, but it's the law and we must respect that. It's my fault that Rudy was kicked out. Great. This is so helpful and insightful. Talk to the elder. In the past, one of your kind put this village in jeopardy. Your kind is no longer allowed in this village, now and forever. And yet here I am. What are you guys gonna do about it? Kick me out? They won't even sell items to me. Won't even take my money. Well, I went to Jane's village, and she just says, Jane said, don't tell my dad that I'm actually Calamity Jane. And her dad said, here's a gun. And then that was it. I'm wondering if maybe, because her dad said, like, I wonder what happened to the other gunslingers. And then there was a sign that said, like, something about the gunslinger. Maybe I was supposed to, like, use an item on that sign or something. I still feel like I'm missing something from, like, a previous area. And then also, some of the townspeople were like, we're waiting for the boss to get back. And it wasn't super clear if that was Jane or her sister, but it seems like everyone's waiting for her sister. I don't think I'm misremembering. Because we just talked to him. So people are all like, stuff, kids. Next time the boss comes back, we're gonna have a picnic. This guy tells you about Mr. Maxwell. His two daughters act like big sisters. This guy's just like, we're gonna throw you a banquet. The mistress is waiting for you. I hope you have a good time. Where is the mistress waiting for us? If he's talking about Jane, she's down here. And she just says, don't tell anyone that I'm Calamity Jane. Then Nikolai says, the 6 disciples of old man Zeppet became armsmeisters and spread out across the land. We were all outcasts in one way or another. I wonder how the others made out. And there's nothing else in this house. And there's no banquet. Mr. Maxwell came to this town for the children. Everyone in here is just like, this town creeps me out. Yeah, maybe I should see what he said last week. Let me see. Because there was a lot of dialogue. They all went like back and forth several times. That is one thing. I mean, I'm not really blaming the game as much as I'm blaming just the fact that we play this once a week, but there have been like several times where the characters kind of drop a hint and then never talk about it again. Or there's one character in one town that tells you where to go. But I think it's more of a me problem than the game's problem, to be fair. But like, I think it's fair to say, like, if a character's going to tell you where to go, they should like repeat it until you go there. Because a normal player could hear it, save the game, and then not come back for a bit, and then be lost. Okay. I know what we have to do. I know what we have to do. This was a me issue. This was a me issue. I mean, not really like an issue, but just a I didn't think of it. So we got the spinny key. And he told us to go here, which I did go here after he told us to go here. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together that we probably have to use the key on this. Yeah. Yeah. No, that was just, I just didn't put 2 and 2 together. Big boom. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together that the wind-up key would work on a machine. But once I saw that he specifically told us to go here, I thought about the key and was like, oh, now it makes sense. So, not the game's fault. I just didn't solve the puzzle. Yeah, where's my objective marker? No, you're good. Yeah, no. Like I said, he told us to go here, and then I immediately went here. I just didn't put 2 and 2 together that the wind-up key went in the machine. It said the machine was broken, and I was just like, oh, okay, it's broken. I didn't even like think twice about it. What the heck? Are those Nagas? Look like Nagas from Monster Rancher. Yeah. Yeah, no, I would rather be lost and then end up exploring the world and finding new things than the game force me to not ever be lost. I do think that sometimes games can do a better job of, like, if you're lost, pointing you in the right direction. Like, I do think that he probably should have repeated his directions instead of just saying random stuff after that cutscene. But like I said, I mean, the location was 2 feet away from the town, so can I do something with this? Yeah, I think maybe the best way to do it, in my opinion, like if I were to make a game like this, where it's kind of a big open world with every once in a while you're kind of told to go back to a previous place. I think the best way to do it, I'm trying to think of a good example of a game. There's several games we've played that do this, but I can't think of one off the top of my head. But basically just keep a log of what characters have told you that's important. So if you go into, like, you just have a little codex, and it just says, like, we talked to Jane's dad, and he said something about a tower. Like, and just leave it at that. You know, just whatever they said, just have it in the codex. That way, if you save the game, and then you have, like, a week where you can't play, and then you come back a week later, and you're like, what was I doing? You can just check the codex. But it doesn't say, like, go to the tower, here's where the tower is, here's an objective marker showing you where the tower is. You know what I mean? Just repeat the information you already got in the codex. I think that's the cleanest way to do it, so that you're not being handheld, but at the same time, idiots like me who forget things or only play the game once a week, or, you know, just you forgot because people forget things. That if you're not going to have the NPC repeat it, or even if the NPC does repeat it, I still think it's nice to just have it in a spot where you can access it. I mean, you never know. Freaking, I could be playing this game off stream and my son could walk in while I'm talking to that NPC and tell me about the fact that his toy ran out of batteries and I need to replace it right now or else his life is ending. And I could miss what the guy said, and then I'll be lost forever. How do I activate this? And it's kind of nice because if you're going to have one NPC tell you where to go one time, that's kind of an issue. But it can also be annoying if, like, every single NPC in the town says, oh, what about that tower? Oh, what about that tower? Hey, what about that tower? It can kind of make the game feel less immersive. So yeah, I think the best way to do it, you have one character say what it is that you need to do, but then log it somewhere where you can read it again if you missed it. Now we have a whole nother problem. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. I mean, tell me this isn't, like, something. There's gotta be something. don't think there was any other way to go. This was it. Yeah. You know, when it comes to this is more of just a necessary evil because of the way I do Let's Plays. I play every Friday so that everyone can join in, and I do it very specifically so that people can stay. Because if I were to play Wild Arms 4 hours a day, every day, and the episodes went up every day, it'd be like impossible to keep up with the series. So I purposely do it every Friday and upload one episode for 4 days throughout the week so that you have ample time to keep up to date, so that then people can come to the live stream and watch it live. So that's just like a necessary evil that I end up only playing the game once a week, and because of that, sometimes I forget things, and that's fine. And I don't blame the game unless the game did something to make me forget or like is really obtuse about it. But if I just forget it because it's been a week, then that's my fault, not the game's fault. But I think that it's pretty common, especially nowadays with how many games there are, to not sit and play only one game. Yeah, obviously we're supposed to flip this thing somehow. Not play the same game and only that game daily until you finish it. And I'm definitely someone that picks up multiple games at once and may not play a game for a week or two. I might feel obligated to play one of the other games. Maybe my friends are playing it. Maybe I'm trying to grind something. Like, for example, I've been playing Scourgebringer because I want to potentially speedrun it or challenge run it or do something with it because I really like it. We played it for Indie Gauntlet. It was like my favorite game we played for Indie Gauntlet this year. So I've been playing that off stream, just kind of trying to get better at it. But we just got to a point in Shadow of Colossus where I need to play the game off stream because there's these freaking lizards and fruit that you have to collect, and it's an absolute nightmare chore. So I decided I'd do that off stream before we continued the trophy quest. And so I had to put Scourgebringer down so I could do that off stream. And, you know, Scourgebringer isn't a story-driven game, but if it was, I might come back to it in a week or two and be lost. And, you know, people are busy. People's lives are busy. People play a lot of different games at once now. And you've seen that with, like, modern games. Modern games almost always have some kind of codex that keeps track of stuff. But on top of that, they also have a million objective markers and everything. And I think that's where it gets too much, at least for people from our generation. But I don't know, I've turned the corner a bit on objective markers. I don't think they're necessarily always bad. It definitely depends on the game. Alright. Am I dumb or is the game dumb? Who's dumb? You're telling me the wind-up key doesn't work in this thing, huh? I want you to give me the true answer if it's the answer I want to hear. mean, I gotta be missing a tool, right? Surely. Echo chamber. I gotta be missing a tool. I gotta be. Oh, brother. Do I have to go back to exploring the entire world map again? Because it really definitely feels like I'm missing something. It might be. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like it. I don't know. If there was a tool I was missing, why would it have been useless all the way up to this point and then randomly I need it here? Maybe I can go talk to the guy again or something. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot to give you this thing. That solves all your problems. Let me read this again. Here lies obscure memories of a master and his disciples. Is it just talking about the tower? I think it's just talking about the tower. What if I smash the tower down with the brobot? Hey brother, you want to give me some help? Nope. He's going to say the same thing. And so is she. I don't know, man, because, like, at this point, all I can do is just go frickin' explore the entire map again. I would like to know, like, can I solve it now? Or am I missing something? I would ask that question, just so we don't waste a million hours. Okay, thank you. That's all I want to know. maybe... Maybe I have to shove a carrot into the machine. I'm glad to hear I can solve it. I love like puzzles like this. It's hard with games like this sometimes because you don't know if you missed something or not. You know? I was playing a game called Lorelei and the Laser Eyes for Indie Gauntlet last month. And I read the Steam reviews and a lot of people were like, this is a really good puzzle game, but unfortunately, it's hard to tell whether or not you have the right tools to solve puzzles. And like a lot of old point-and-click games, which is what that game kind of takes inspiration from. A lot of old point-and-click games have that issue as well, where you get to a puzzle and you're like, am I the idiot, or do I not have the thing, you know? Yeah. Sometimes intentional, sometimes not. I don't think this game intentionally does that because it just takes so long to backtrack and the encounter rate is so high and you don't even have like an item to lower encounter rate. So it really feels like the game wants you to know that you can proceed, but there's no way for the game to tell you that without spoiling things. Okay. We have a machine. Does it need medicine? Does it need bullets? I don't have like any other usable items. Why does the audio like freak out a little bit when you get into fights sometimes? Yeah, it's like the best and worst moment when you solve something. It's like an aha moment, but also like a, how did I miss that? But that's what I expected. That's what I expected playing this game because Wild Arms 3 was similar. And I love that the game combines Legend of Zelda-esque puzzle solving and our typical RPG solvings, you know. It's just good stuff. I mean, this game is such a great combination of everything that was great about games at the time. I see that wall that can be bombed. But I think that's past where I can get to. Whoa, wait, is that here? Aha! Now how are you gonna put that I mean, honestly, that's just clever. Honestly, that's just clever level design. You put the big machine right there that's very obviously supposed to do something. Makes me completely distracted from the wall. That was just barely off camera. That's just genius. One of the developers is laughing, hopefully not in his grave, hopefully laughing at his house right now. laughing in their retirement home. Not quite yet. Depends on how old they were when they worked on the game, but a lot of the veterans that worked on games in like the late 90s are still in the industry today. Alright, so now I'm going to get some tool that allows me to smack machines. And it's probably going to be a Rudy tool, because he still only has bombs. And it makes sense that Rudy would get a machine tool because he's Rudy. Wait, it's giving me carrots. Maybe I was right. Maybe you do shove a carrot in the machine. What does that do? Oh my god, I have to walk all the way out without touching the conveyor belt. No, I want that chest. What are those? Melcleus? I still need to get rid of Jack's silence, but I don't want to use an item. Mind damage. Relatable. Did that just take MP? Joke's on you, Rudy has no mind. I love Rudy's gimmick of just having 0 MP. Energy phaser. Ow. That hurt. Brain empty, only guns. All I do is shoot guns. There we go. Alright, you know what? Enough's enough. I'm taking this death rune off. Since her regular magic has fallen up. Man, look at how much magic she loses, though. It's like brutal. But her regular spells... Hold on. I haven't used any regular spells in a bit. I'll try it. See how much damage they do. But I feel like it's worth it to have her start summoning guardians. Because she'll do mega damage with those. Okay, well, I mean, if they're weak to the element, she does big damage. But usually I can't figure out their weakness if they're a boss. What? What was that? Multiple slashes enemy. So Omni Slash? No, the door! Are we trapped? Someone has trapped us in. I'm ready. I'll kick as many butts as I have to get us out of here. But... Is that Silver the Hedgehog? But he's on all fours and he's wearing gold pumps. The heck am I looking at? The Black Shadow. Come with me. Oh, great. I'm supposed to follow him, and he's, like, going way too fast. Get back here. I don't know where he went. What? I said, come with me. At least we finally got a use out of the friggin' wand. My master awaits. That vibration, it was a guardian. The only guardian who has not lost its powers. The guardian of desire, Lucid, the Black Wolf. Did she lock us in here?